Okay, let's see how this one turns out. This will be an interesting one. Not the greatest original. It looks challenging. It looks a little bit boring. Well, let's see if we can make it look good. I'm going to make it 200. We're not going all the way with the copy density to the lightest setting. We're just going most of the way. Saturation. Did I just accidentally hit the cancel button? I've forgotten. Black's going to stay there. Actually, we're going towards the brightness. I think we're going to do that. Going to make this into something different. We're going to make it a negative positive. So we're just going to yep. We're going to leave out copy density. We're not using that. So we're basically going to make it negative positive. Going closed. Let's see what we do. What else can we do with this silly shitter? That's what we're going to do. Maybe just put the colours in the centre. Okay, we're going to just centre all the colours. We're going to have no colour balance adjustment. And maybe this could be... Actually, no, we're not using this. We're using brightness and we're using the red. We fucked up. So let's see how we go with this. Okay. Right, what is it? It is... When I went to I went to the Pittwater RSL Club some time ago, so this was 7th of February, but it doesn't say what year. I think that was 2015 or maybe earlier than that. So there's AC/DC and tribute to the great southern bands. Well, people just love nostalgia these days. So we're just going to do something interesting with this nostalgic paper. See how we go. But a lot of people have become disenchanted with today's music. I think they've been disenchanted with it for a long time, especially the rock and roll people who love AC/DC. I don't think we're ever going to hear again any rock and roll on the radio, on the hit stations. So, but some people are just caught up in that era, even though their music is no longer on the radio. It's a shame that tastes can't all be catered for. Now that didn't look too good, but music's really a difficult thing to deal with. So I'm wondering which side we're going to do. We're going to do the AC/DC side, so we're just going to fold that in half and just use that. I mean, AC/DC isn't my actual taste in music. It's not my thing, but I do appreciate it. I do have a certain amount of appreciation for it. Just like my favourite band is the Human League. So that's I prefer more synthesizer, pop, techno, that sort of shit, and other electronic sort of music. But even then I've been disenchanted with a lot of the stuff on the radio too. Not just the rockers from way back. So yeah, I don't really like that. I think positive mode would look a lot better than this negative image for some fucking reason. So we're just gonna do a full-on gear change here. I don't like the colours in the negative image in this case, so just gonna switch him off, and we're just gonna go and we're just gonna set this thing up differently. So we're gonna use this, gonna get rid of brightness, because we want contrast. Not going there, brightness is gone, this is what we're using. We're not using red, and maybe the hue could go to the centre. I think we're going to leave our colours, or we're going to bump them up as we normally would. But yeah, it's like that with music. There's always people who are going to be disenchanted with the latest shit. But, you know, things can't stay the same, which is really a shame for a lot of people, because they just live in the past. I don't know, it's just my opinion, just my observation. You don't have to agree with me. So, but it'd be nice if radio could cater for everything, but hey, we already have some rock stations or pop stations which play music from the past. I used to listen to Smooth FM and sometimes WSFM, to name a couple of these retro stations. But basically, yeah, that looks a lot nicer. Trying to think if we can make this one better, or maybe wondering if we can just do another version of this. But basically, yeah, a lot of people just love their old favourite faves from the past. But you can't, I find that even with music I like, I have to keep getting new music. I have to keep seeing that the artists are producing a lot of new material, not just constantly playing their old material. Like the Human League have managed to play a lot of new material in the past, but still I'd like to hear even more from them, because even they don't seem to play as much as I'd like, some more of the new stuff. No offence to you, Human League, you're one of my favourite bands. I'm sure you'll come up with some new stuff later, but I really love your shit. It's really good. But anyway, I don't want to be a fucking brown noser. Fuck me dead. But yeah, Human League has been one of my favourites for a long time now. I've never been to one of their concerts, but I've never actually been to a concert before from a real rock band or a pop band. I've never had the experience of actually going to a concert. Maybe when I get married to Luigi, we might go to a Human League concert one day and see how that goes. So now we're going to use this as our master copy. So yeah, I'm just going to put that in the recycle and let's see. But I'm more of a, as I said, I'm more of a synthesizer person. I like synth music rather than rock and roll. But rock and roll always has a place, you know. So many people love the rock and roll. Now that's right, we're just putting that edge against there. We're just enlarging it along the horizontal. So let's see what we can do with this piece. So the horizontal is going to be 115, and the vertical is going to stay the same. Okay, let's see how we go. Going to leave that on. We're just going to go here, and maybe we're going to change over to brightness. Actually, we don't want to make it too dark. This is not negative positive, but we might want to, in this case, add a little bit of red. We're just doing things a little bit differently. We want to cool down the hue. What else are we going to do here? Maybe jack up the black. Let's see how we go. Okay, let's see how that goes. Okay, that looks interesting. AC/DC. Okay, so that'll be our first quadrant. So that'll be our first one there, and we're going to make another one. So it looks like we've finally got our stuff into gear. Finally got my tail into gear, as they say. Let's see how that goes. I'm going to have to buy another ream of paper tomorrow because fuck, my paper's nearly out. I've been using more paper than I used to. So now let's just put that together like so with the other piece. Right, now we're just going to print off 2 mirror images of this. Oh, fuck you, Konica. Let's just move this along and we're just going to go here. Switch it on, pump out 2 copies. Okay, finish and then start. Okay, that's our other 2. So we're just going to line these into the corners here and here. Right, that's that one. And this one's coming along too. This one's being a little bit difficult. As you can see in the dark areas, we've got a problem with it. Typical as we have is a problem with this curling. I just try and line it up as best as I can. I think that's good enough, but there you have it. Yeah, that looks a lot better now that we've got it laid out, even though it's curly. I think we can call that one quits.